Welcome to the Yeah Come On Show with Southside Steve.
Yeah, come on. And I got to tell you, it's, I hate when I say I got to tell you.
Yeah,
I'm starting to show off like that.
I got to tell you, and that being said, I got to tell you.
Said, I never said either one of those in a 30-year radio career because I wasn't hosting. I'm trying to think of the host I work with, some of their catchphrases, because there are moments where you're transitioning to another thought process or bringing something up, and you use a crutch word, or it's a transition, and it's almost like I hate it. I catch myself. I'm calling myself out.
Yeah. Well, you've done that before. Yeah. You call yourself out right away. You even right when you do it, you know you did it.
I know. But because we are live without a net, I can't go back and edit it and do it better. So you get what you get with the Yeah Come On show. It is a 4-hour radio show done in 30 minutes. And the live without a net is for real. The net would be Jeff or back in the day, but now we have a producer.
Yeah.
And Mike could go in and edit this crap and make it smoother, great, and then everybody watching like, wow, that Southside Steve, something else. But, you know, you do show the human error, or there's some days I haven't had enough sleep. I only got 3 hours last night. I tossed and turned. I literally damn this thing.
Did you watch the big basketball game?
I watched the basketball game. Then I made the mistake of going, all right, I'm down here by myself. Currently, they're painting in the kitchen, and we will be there live tomorrow to tape for a Thursday morning show. Got to get in when you can. And it's just a cool way to show a local advertiser. That's what Jeff and I have. We're not saying no to a national advertiser. I mean, if Home Depot called or Coca-Cola called, I'm going to fit you in the schedule. But it's really easy to work with local people.
Well, we have to put Mike on the traffic department. Eventually we get so big, we need a traffic department.
Oh my God!
To schedule.
Oh,
our
to
spots.
schedule,
Yeah.
Not literally a traffic. I don't want to do the traffic. My God, but no, you're right. What traffic is? The traffic Jeff's talking about is a radio term, and it's for the person that handles all the commercials, making sure they're running on time and interacting with the talent and saying, hey, these got to go here, these go here, do this, do that.
Yeah, we may need that soon. But anyway, yeah, we work with local businesses mostly right now, and
Elite Finishes is in the house. We taped last week for Small Sliders and North Atlanta Golf Carts. We went to their locations in Brazelton and Marietta. And then Elite runs out of Alpharetta. But here's the cool thing. He's got 4 or 5 teams on the street with the whole Elite van, and it's really nice. He does the wraps. So I got to get him with Danny Hamilton and Danny Jr. because they own Wrap Star USA. I said, hey, dude, if you got to get anything else wrapped, I've got your guy. Another fantastic guy. We've got to go out and shoot at Danny's lot next week.
Okay.
And we've got to shoot Star Coaches, which are the big buses, and we got to do Wrap Star USA. So we'll do that for Danny. And then we need a commercial. Danny's going to be on the red, white, and green, and so will Elite Finishes. So you can be on the Yeah Come On show, or we can parallel you, and you can be on the 2 shows that we do out of these studios. You can be on the Red, White, and Green show with Ted Jenkins. So, yeah, it's a lot. But, man, I'm sitting there, and they've got the plastic up, and, and I'm in the living room. The whole kitchen's plasticed up. And I helped them. I filmed a video with them this morning, which is why I'm kind of dressed. Man, I said I wasn't dressed nice enough. I went through 2 outfits. I'm like, okay. But they had one of those guys with the whole deal, where he's got the thing that he turns and the camera's tilting, and we got the hidden mics on us, kind of like what you do.
A real commercial. He's got real camera equipment.
Mm-hmm. So we shot for that. So it was a heck of a little morning for me. I forget my point. Where were we headed? Other than everything's live, I will say that I'm shocked by radio shows right now. I saw it being done. Nothing against, God bless, Cadillac, who did Kicks Country forever. But that guy taped the breaks before airing them.
Well, when I was a weekend DJ, I did a lot of that. And when I first started, it would take me 30 minutes because I would want every word perfect. It would take me longer to tape it than it would if I sat and did it live, just because I wanted every break to be perfect. Then as the years went on, I was like, okay, let it ride.
No, and I guess Cadillac wanted it to be good too because they had shorter breaks, but I was always on long form talk, so we couldn't tape. It was number one, we never would have. But number two, we didn't even have music the last, 5-6 years with the regular guys. We didn't play anything, just commercials. So we were talking 10, 12 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way to tape that when you got a 4-minute break and throw it on. But I guess some stations like that, 2, 3, 4 minutes max, quick, concise, a beginning, a middle, and an end.
Mm-hmm.
And we fly by the seat of our pants. This is the way it should be done, in my opinion.
Well, we just put all those 4 or 5 minute breaks just back to back to back. So you get it all in 30 minutes live without a net.
That's it. Way to define it, baby. And occasionally what starts a show is an observation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm observational humor all the time. Matter of fact, I love it if I'm doing a live gig and I start noticing the way somebody's dressed, or God forbid you heckle me. Okay, here we go. But your shirt today.
Yeah, this is a special shirt.
That's the Division Bell Pink Floyd.
It is, and it belongs to our buddy David Hudson that you worked with at the ASA at the airlines in the 80s. He must have heard us talking about the Division Bell.
He did.
Because you went to the show at Bobby Dodd back in 94. And this is what this is from. It's from the 1994 Division Bell.
Division
Bell.
So
I guess he heard you talking about it. He was like, hey, why don't you wear this on the show one day? So
he gave you a shirt to wear.
That's what it's here for. Yeah. So our audience is catching on our shirts. So now people are going to start giving us shirts to wear on the show for us to comment on.
You know what? Give us a free shirt. Send your shirts to us. No problem. I guess you could send them to my P.O. box, for the yeahcomeon.com, or you could send them to Exit Wealth.
Yeah.
Send them to Exit Wealth. In Buckhead or here in Alpharetta, in care of Southside and Jeff.
Yeah. The show. Yeah.
I'm a large.
It depends on the shirt. I'm mostly extra large now because a lot of T-shirts now are slim cut, which I like.
Mm-hmm.
And so the larges can be a little too small for me.
Okay.
So I like XL just to be safe.
All right. You're an XL. I'm an L. Now they know.
Okay.
But yeah, that's a cool shirt.
Yeah, it's a reel from '94, the Division Bell.
Yeah.
So.
And people don't realize David Hudson, who I worked with in the mid '80s at Atlantic Southeast Airlines ASA, and he and I drove to on my birthday. My birthday's March 16th, so we would go to Savannah on the 17th. A bunch of us, and David and I drove in his truck one year to Savannah, and it was one of those cab trucks. It was me and David, man,
for St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, for St. Patty's Day and just a party. But yeah, now he dates your cousin.
Yep,
and that's very cool. All right, we are right here in the Exit Wealth Studios, Exit Stage Left Advisors. If you're looking for a small business to sell, my buddy that's in my house, this guy's crushing it. And I think I know what I was going to say, and I'll say it quickly. This will be brought to you by Elite Finishes. And Elite Finishes is a painting company. Primarily, they love indoor work, but they do the outdoor. He even said people make a mistake in the outdoor because they think, everything's drying. He goes, no, we only paint from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. And we could come back at dusk, but the lighting's bad.
But you're not supposed to paint in the heat of the top sun?
He said once you get in July and August, man, and it's like 90 plus 95 degrees, he said it paints too fast or dries too fast. It's not good.
Okay.
And he's like, nah, we paint 7 to 10 a.m. and then we come back.
Okay.
I was like, well, look at that. But right now he's inside my house. And he said his crew is out of Kennesaw, like 2 of them. So he goes, we'll take Southside work that has hit 285 and head down to Noonan, Peachtree City, Tyrone, Fayetteville, or they come up to the north side. So there you go. That is our sponsor for Steve MZ. God, man, there's so much. I got to tell you, politics and Steve MZ are running together again. They just do it, and I'm going to try to separate it. And we made the joke for years that political stuff is now like TMZ stuff, and that's when they came up with TMZ DC.
Yeah, they have a DC bureau now.
I mean, dude, that just tells you what's going on. So we're going to dabble in that for Steve MZ right here. And it's Nick Reiner. Strange looking dude. He's already got his head shaved for prison. I guess he was somewhat losing his hair. He's got the beard. He's got a very square face. and he's got puppy dog eyes. Mm-hmm. But you're like, this dude killed his mom and dad.
Yeah, no, it's awful.
Horrible. And, well-known actor. So Nick Reiner is like, hey, I'm owed some money. Even though I killed my parents, I'm owed some money. He wants the family money because he wants to hire a different attorney.
Yeah, I guess he's got some sort of trust set up, and he wants to have access to it to pay for attorneys.
Yeah, I guess he said former lawyer Alan Jackson.
Alan Jackson,
the singer, is ready to take on the murder case, but says the drama over how he and his firm would get paid led to him dropping the case several months ago. So he's like, I need an attorney. I need my money. I need to find a really good attorney because he's pleaded innocent.
Oh, yeah, I guess he's doing this as temporary insanity or mental whatever. I guess so. He needs someone to push that through.
Would that get you off?
I don't think it'll get him off, but it may get him a reduced sentence or
to where he sees the light of day, maybe.
Yeah.
Or is it a better prison sentence if you're mentally ill? You don't go to a prison. You go to.
But yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either.
Something like that. Yeah, I'm sure he wants to get a fancy attorney to reduce something.
God, and Robin Michelle Reiner, man, a stabbing. It was just brutal. But yeah, the guy wants his money. He's got a sister. I don't know what she thinks about it. She's probably, don't give me any of that money.
Yeah, it's all mine.
I'm taking it on the money. Police chase. I'll just mention it. I hate when I see these things, but this one hit me because I'm a parent. It'll hit you too. Police chase in Arkansas, baby thrown from a flipped SUV and survived.
Wow, like thrown out of the vehicle?
Yeah, just, the vehicle just started flipping.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh, God, that's your worst fear. My wife still straps our kids in. I got a 5 about to turn 6, and I got a 9-year-old. We still have him in a 5-point harness. Mm-hmm. And he's like, Daddy, I'm too big for this. I'm like, yeah, you are, maybe, but guess what? You're safe, and it fits you, so hush. Jennifer Lopez, you want to date her?
Sure.
You just said that so quick.
Well, it's J-Lo. I've always thought J-Lo was hot.
I like her as an actress. I don't know if I dig her as a singer.
I dig a few songs from the early 2000s. I like Waiting for Tonight.
Okay.
It's a good anticipatory, song, going out, partying, looking for love.
In all the wrong places.
I like a little J-Lo. And, I don't know about the acting though.
I think her acting is excellent. The things I've seen her in, certain movies, I look like there was a Matthew McConaughey movie. Then there's a Jane Fonda movie where she was the step monster. I've seen her in a few roles, and I'm like, God, the girl can act. And then with the Selena performance, brought them both together.
Yeah. Well, she's in a new rom-com now on Netflix. I forgot what it was called. It's some office romance rom-com with one of the guys from Ted Lasso.
Okay.
So she's doing the same kind of
she's trying to
rom-com.
Yeah, because one movie bombed. Her tour bombed, and she's like, oh, God, I suck, or people are over me. So she's putting stuff out. This could be clickbait, but Steve MZ says, if you want to date me, she says, stay out of my DMs.
Well, then how am I going to contact her? I don't have her phone number.
You got to run into her, I guess.
Yeah, you have to do it organically. Just like getting a job, just like getting anyone you date, you can't do it online and through DMs. You have to network.
You have to network. You have to know somebody that knows her. You have to get in because even if you see her out, you can't get to her because of bodyguards.
Right.
That's a problem. That's Steve MZ.
Hey, this is Southside Steve for myself and Jeff Cole, the host of the Yeah Come On Show, proud sponsors and endorsers of Small Sliders. And we're at their location right now, right off Windy Hill before Cobb Parkway in Marietta. And I'm holding a very small menu because you're killing me, Smalls. But I can read it. Whether you get 2, 3, or 4 shakes and all Coca-Cola products and the best fries and seasoning, you get it right here at Smalls in Marietta. Yeah, come on.
Polydictainment.
Nice transition, Mike. Good job. He nailed that one.
I'm giving you credit.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have to give credit. As my wife would say, if you're doing what you're supposed to, I shouldn't have to thank you.
If you're just doing the basics. If you're just doing par, like he's basically shooting par, which is good if you can shoot par.
Yeah, we want birdies.
Yeah.
An occasional eagle.
Yeah, an occasional. Yeah, okay.
And if you knock an albatross, God knows you might get paid.
Let's see. It's over for Spencer Pratt. I just wanted to kind of wrap up the L.A. mayoral
How's it over
election.
so quick? There were 40,000 votes. I thought there was time. She was only a percentage point ahead.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Spencer Pratt and his team call foul because it was all this last minute, mail-in ballots and stuff.
You can't do mail-in ballots.
We're always skeptical of those. We never were until COVID.
No.
Now, remember, we had mail-in ballots for, mostly military and, I guess, older folks that couldn't.
But people knew that you had to get your ass to the voting booth, and they give you, Atlanta gives you, or Georgia, 14 days.
Oh, yeah, I mean, come on.
Or 17 days. You can get there. And then the other thing is, if you say you can't get to the polls to vote, I better not see your ass at Kroger shopping
right.
or at the mall.
Anywhere. Yeah, you can't do anything.
Yeah, that tells me you are bedridden. So, the world was a lot simpler years ago, but people had respect.
Well, I know. Again, who complicated it? Why is it not simple anymore?
Obama and Fauci.
No, not Obama, not even by a mile. I mean, yes, it did divide it started this political division, but it really brought in everybody with Fauci. That's who ruined the world.
I want to kick his ass. Fauci, where are you? I just want to.
He's been smart and laying low.
Yeah, he's laying low, but yeah, that sucks.
Anyway, so Spencer is out. It's down to Karen Bass and Nithya Raman after the votes have been counted. So he's out. I was looking forward to him, battling it out until November because I heard Spencer Pratt he was on Bill Maher's podcast a couple of weeks ago, and he really wasn't a serious candidate. He really kind of exposed himself as not a serious candidate. He was just really. He's, no pun intended, he was just really burnt about his house and his parents' houses burning down in the LA fires last year.
But he would have done a better job than Karen Bass. Well, unless she really is just a super dumb lefty. But maybe she has the education to do the job. I don't know. I don't know what's needed.
Well, I mean, she have more political experience and more governmental experience, I suppose. But again, all these people surround themselves with a cabinet and people that really do all the heavy lifting.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah,
he was there.
So it kind of made me think, well, he probably did kind of start it out. He said he started it out just to get awareness about the homelessness in L.A. and how they failed with the fires in the Pacific Palisades and all that.
He's starting to learn what's behind the curtain.
He wanted to bring awareness, and then it became, hey, he's a viable candidate, and he got pretty close. And I feel like that's kind of how Trump was. We all thought it was a joke at first, a publicity stunt.
Until Obama made the joke that he made at that little presser or whatever it was. What is it where it's comedic and
the press DC Press Association.
Something.
I forgot what it's called.
They always have a comedian.
Correct, yeah.
And they took a shot at him, and he was pissed in the audience. And everybody said that was the moment.
And then then it became serious. Everyone got behind him, or the Republicans got behind him. I think that would have happened for Spencer Pratt if it had been him and Karen Bass.
I think they know that.
I think over the next 5 months there'd been a groundswell of support for him because him and Karen Bass. I mean, it would have been, the Republican machine behind him. But if they would have gotten behind him, I think it would have been close. So the votes are counted, so it's not going to be Spencer. We're not going to have any more of those great commercials.
I know.
Maybe he'll still make them. I don't know.
Well, now he's going to go after the administration. He'll probably still make the commercials because it brings awareness to where they're falling short.
Yeah.
Quick question on Politictainment. I think, and it's only because I know what happened in 2020, I think, there's been definite voter fraud, 100%. I just have to believe that on everything that we've learned, and you always find out after the fact when it doesn't matter. I don't even think people are scared to do it. So how do they figure that out, all these write-ins? They said that he didn't get one vote on the write-ins. Not even one
on the mail-ins.
On the mail-ins, not one vote.
I'm sure he had some, but it all skewed to either one or the other, one of the lefties.
All right, I won't put you on the spot, but I don't know. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Talking about fire, let's talk about fire. Let's talk about smoke. Let's talk about things being thrown. And it's all brought to you, and this does not affect the sponsor whatsoever. This one is brought to you by North Atlanta Golf Carts, and they do a wonderful job. Matter of fact, they've got a new commercial and I saw it where it shows somebody driving in a golf cart through a neighborhood. It's pretty cool, whether it's AI or whatever. It looked real to me. A lot of their stuff, and he's showing off all the carts, going, look, if you live in a neighborhood, this is where you need to come. This is what you need to do. 2 locations. Ask for Craig Riddle. The Yeah Come On deal's no joke. We got new commercials coming out soon. We've already shot them. Now we are editing them. And special thanks always to Regal Nissan. Skipper not able to get on with us. We got to push forward, man. Live without a net. Something comes up, and I'm glad. Anytime Skipper can't come on sports, it tells me he's dealing with a customer. Yeah, come on! My tease was where there's fire, smoke, bottles being thrown, police being harassed and attacked, and damage to vehicles and shrubberies. I'm talking about last night's game, and it's the Spurs and the Nets, and let me tell you, man, it's in New York. The president's there. Everybody's there. The owner of the auditorium, I guess, where they're playing, had his really nice suite.
Madison Square
Gardens, and brought President Trump in. So President Trump is seated next to him, and he's watching. They stand. Looks like he's got his granddaughter with him. He salutes. You know, the crowd was roaring. It looked like the crowd was into him. I didn't hear any hate. But afterwards, there's fights in the street, and it's all young people again.
But it looks like it had nothing to do with Trump. It was at some park. There was some sort of, I guess, public or some organized watch party.
Yep, they did
for this game.
Yeah, so this wasn't. What do they call it? The ones the vacation where they where they're going out where. You know, all the kids gather. What do we call those?
The takeovers?
The takeovers.
That's what they do here.
That's what they do here. So this was not a takeover.
This is an organized event, right?
Yeah, so the city put it on because not everybody gets a ticket. So they had a couple viewing areas, and it was in the park. And they're at the viewing area, and then things get sideways, and the kids leave. And it looks like they were literally divided by jerseys. The New York Nets were going after the Spurs.
The kids were.
Yeah.
I mean, kids. These guys are. These are 20s, 20-somethings, right?
They're 20-somethings.
Yeah. Don't they have work today?
I don't think so. I mean,
who has time to go get in a fight in the park?
Yeah.
On a Monday night.
Yeah. I mean, dude, no time. And who wants to get photographed? And it's all now. I'm getting it. I think people are holding the phone and say you're somebody you just want to be seen. They're jumping on the police vehicles that are driving down the road. They're jumping on anybody's vehicle just to be on that vehicle for 10 seconds and get a video out of it.
Shouldn't these guys be going to their local tavern and hitting on women and watching the game there?
I think so.
Or they go to their local Taco Mac and and have some fun. Why do they want to pick a fight in the street?
Yeah, I don't.
Shouldn't they be out trying to get laid?
Maybe
or something.
This
ain't going to get them laid.
Mm-hmm. I don't think it's going to get them laid. That's all I cared about.
I know. That's
when I left in my 20s, I'm like, all right, dressed pretty cool, got my jersey on. Let's hit some bars.
Well,
let's go. We're the girls.
When the Braves whenever the Braves would get into the World Series, in the late '90s, after right around the World Series time.
It was early to mid '90s.
From worst to first to whatever the late '90s.
92 to 95.
Yes, there you go. I used to love that because people would go out to the $3 cafe and the Taco Max, and there'd be people out, and I'd be like, "Oh, here's my chance. I have a higher chance of getting laid because people are going to be out."
Thank you.
Why aren't they doing this?
We didn't go
to Piedmont. Idea. We didn't go to Piedmont Park and start fights. We were in the bars trying to get laid, watching sports.
Thank you. And I'm with you. That's all you should be doing. And I don't even know why these guys do it. Now, granted, President Trump's there, so you got a secure situation. You've got his guys there. They're taking the precautions. He's going to be seen here. They know where his movements are. But it does complicate things. But, man, presidents haven't been going to basketball tournaments and stuff, and he supports it all. He's like, I'm American. I'm going to be there.
Mm-hmm. Well, and a New Yorker. I think that's the main reason he's there.
I'm going to give you the New Yorker, but you got to see, if you haven't seen the social media stuff, if you just want to be sick to your stomach, watch the videos. Some poor dude. He just parked in the wrong damn place.
It was just a regular car?
Just a regular car.
It just got taken over.
Wasn't a cop car, wasn't anything. They just saw the car, and it was too close to an area where you could jump onto it, and they jumped onto it. And then for some reason, they're ripping up all the mini trees, and they're throwing the trees into his car.
I don't understand.
I'm like, can you imagine coming out with your date going, what? I mean, your ceiling's dented in. So there you have it. People losing their effing minds. And this time it was a watch party. It's getting to the point now that these things may go away until they get orderly. Think about it. All the stuff that you and I have known, all the concerts, all the pop-ups, Screen on the Green, all these little cool things that you can go do. These kids have ruined it. Would you go down to Piedmont Park? Now, I know a guy used to host it, and they would do movies on the green.
They don't do that anymore, do they?
No, because these maniacs are going to show up.
Well, now no one's getting laid. Thanks.
That's when we're not having sex and nobody's drinking. All right, man. Now it's time to listen to music at the, I guess I almost said at the end of the day. But for me, at least music takes me away. I literally, I don't know about you, but when I'm on TikTok, it's like stupid video, somebody trying too hard. Oh, that was cool. And then a music video. And then I'm right back into it. I was seeing some pretty cool music. A couple of them were AI videos, but there's a lot of good music out there. You played Michael Jackson on our show yesterday.
No. I did Rebby Jackson, Centipede. I did the lesser known sister.
Yeah,
which Michael Jackson sings on.
So there's the Jackson 5.
Yeah,
then there was Janet Jackson who had fame. Then there was LaToya Jackson,
who was in Playboy.
She got fame. Then there's like the Jackson that drools in the corner, and that's the one you grabbed, like Jackson 8.
Rebby.
No, but nothing was wrong with it though. Rebby.
No.
Weird name though.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like the Kennedys. When you have 10 kids, there's always one that just didn't cook right.
Well, she had a hit on her own.
Yeah. I mean, when I say not cook right, doesn't have the talent of the family. Like, are you able to run for political office if you're a Kennedy? And the Jacksons, can you imagine the Jackson that can't sing or dance or play music?
Think about it. Janet had a big solo career. Jermaine Jackson had a pretty decent solo career. Of course, Michael, LaToya, I think, tried.
Yeah.
Rebby got a little further, but like, the other brothers, Tito and Marlon, they didn't really have any kind of solo, success.
But they seemed cool. And you wonder, was the father tougher on them or was he the toughest? I get the impression that he was tough on everybody, but he saw that Michael was the star. Michael got all the heat.
And that's exactly what the movie portrays.
Yeah, because without Michael, there is really no Jackson 5. Without Donny Osmond, there really is no Osmond Brothers.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but then, like those families, you get Donnie and Marie, a TV show, because she's talented. Michael could have done something with Janet all damn day.
Michael and Janet could have done a TV show.
Oh, all damn day.
That would be wild.
All right,
awesome. So you want to cleanse the palate and do some of your unknown hair metal for the 80s? Or
way to sell it. Way to sell it, Jeff. This is track 13, where Jeff and I take the albums you bought and we bought, and we play that one song you love that radio would never play, and you just summed it up horribly. But I dig it. All right, I've got here's one, but I think it's almost too known. But the band name will throw people. And I'm going to get it wrong. You'll get it right. Macaulay and Schenker.
Macaulay Schenker Group.
Schenker.
We played them before.
Yeah, I like "Give Me Your Love."
Yes, let's do that. I love that song. That's the best one.
Yes, it's just sometimes the band itself is such a track 13. It's easy to have a Van Halen shirt, Scorpions, Pink Floyd, Journey. How do you do Macaulay Schenker?
MSG.
That's what
Macaulay Schenker Group, MSG for short.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we're going to do for track 13. Take it away.
All right, Macaulay Schenker Group. Great song here. It is "Give Me Your Love." Watch the video, listen to the song. Link in the description. It is the Come On Show.